All right. Hey, everybody. I want to welcome you guys to another episode. We're going to get right into it. Today, I will be talking about stewarding what God is doing in you. Stewarding what God is doing in you. So, I have a question that I want to share with you, and I want to ask, what if healing isn't only about what God is taking away from you? You know, God like strips things away from us when we're healing, when we're growing, when we're expanding. There's always something that is removed or released off of you or released from you. Be it a behavior, be it the way that you used to show up, your eating habits. There is things that you used to do that you no longer do anymore. Those things are no longer a part of who you are. But so what if healing isn't just about that? What if it was also about what God is teaching you about stewardship, like literal stewardship, and not just your body, not just the way that you eat, but I want to talk a little bit more about that on today. What is God teaching you about stewardship? What to steward? So as I mentioned, you can steward your body, you can steward your time, you can steward your relationships, you can also steward your environment, but you can also steward the transformation God is producing within you. You can also steward the transformation God is producing in you. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes stewardship looks like obedience, right? Stewardship oftentimes looks like obedience. Sometimes it looks like restraint. Sometimes it looks like leaving something alone. Other times it might look like not going somewhere, not watching a particular show or movie, not responding when you feel the impulse to, not engaging, or simply waiting. And sometimes you might not understand why it is you are hearing those instructions to do so, why you might feel that pause, why you might feel the unction to not go to that party or to not respond or to respond. When you have the Lord over your life, like that intuitive guide, that intuitive pause, that intuitive go, you might not understand the why in the moment. Like, why am I saying no to this? I feel the pause, or I feel that God is telling me to be quiet. Or you might hear audibly in prayer. Like for me, God has told me to be quiet on some situations, and I've had to be quiet about it for a long time, longer than I would have liked to, because I like for clarity and I like for things to be in order. And there is a time and a place for that. But I'm so glad that I listened to God, because it really has shown me, looking back, like, oh, that's why you told me to be quiet. Sometimes I have found myself doing more damage than good when I have found myself trying to fix everything out of fear of things crumbling, fear of things falling, or the fear or the belief that if I won't do it, it won't get done. Just that weight God was showing me in the area of my life, of just really to hear him and to pause and listen to your body. Some might say, well, how do you hear God? That is your own personal relationship. I can only say what for me. Sometimes I'll hear God audibly. Other times I'll feel it in my body. And it's not fear. It's literally a pause that you'll feel in your body, and I trust it. It's a similar analogy to if you are at a crosswalk, you're the pedestrian, and sometimes when the signal to go, the signal to walk, the signal to stop, sometimes they don't work, right? And you really don't necessarily need sometimes that to work to know when it's time to go when you see traffic. Or let's just even say when it's even light traffic, right? You'll look to see when it's time to go. But even then, you'll feel the unction of when it's time to go. Some inclinations happen when you are in tune to your body. Where do you think God lives, right? And so it is really all about listening, really being connected to your body, understanding your body, knowing why you have the pause, why you have the unction to go. And so that is different and it speaks differently for everyone. But I'm just speaking from my experience the many different ways that I have heard spirits speak to me in those ways. And like I've mentioned, I may not understand it in the moment, but later looking back, I'm like, man, I'm glad I was quiet. I'm glad I didn't try to fix everything. I'm glad I didn't carry that, Maybe part of growing spiritually is learning to trust God's directions, even when we can't see the full picture. My question for you is, where is God asking you to cooperate with the work He is already doing in you? Where is God asking you to cooperate with the work He is already doing in you? What has God been changing, healing, or transforming in you lately? Is there an instruction, boundary, or conviction you've been receiving that you've been struggling to obey? Where are you asking God to change you while continuing to participate in something He may be asking you to release? What environments or habits, relationships, content, or behaviors might no longer be aligned with where God is taking you? Where are you leaning into your own understanding instead of trusting God's directions? What would it look like to become a better steward of the healing God is doing in you? What is one thing that you sense God asking you to do or not to do that requires your obedience instead of understanding? Whew, that part. Y'all know, y'all heard that part when I said I like understanding, right? But where that question was for me. What is one thing that you sense God is asking you to do or not do that requires obedience instead of understanding? Sometimes, the song that pops in my head, my dad used to sing it, and it was, we'll understand it better by and by. Some things you might understand later on. Other things you might just literally have a peace about it. Some things will resolve in its time. Some things will answer in its time. And granted, I am not saying be silent on everything. What I'm saying is listen to that unction within you. Listen to where God has you and where God is leading you, where God is directing you. And that comes with being in communion with Him. That comes with being still. That comes with being connected to your body. That comes with you taking care of your body. That comes with you being silent. That comes with you having compassion and self love for yourself. That comes with you being in commune with you. The more you are in commune with you, the more you are in commune with God. The more you are honest with you, your honesty is before God, and God does the work. Yes, you do the work as well. And then there's an ebb and flow, right? There's an ebb and flow to that. There's a time when you physically are taking action, and then you also are taking action by listening, by staying quiet. It is all about listening to the direction of where you feel and believe, and you embody the presence of God within you. So I want to finish this. I want to share this last sentence with you. And I want you to finish this sentence. God, I don't understand why you are asking me to fill in the blank, but I am learning to trust you because fill in the blank. I really hope that helps you on today. If you have any questions that you would like to ask me, you guys know where to reach me on many different social media platforms. But that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I would love to hear your thoughts. And that's it. Take care and have a good rest of your day. Bye.